Hey, you guys, good morning. Just got done with my early morning yoga class. So excited. So here I am, all hot and sweaty for ya. What else is new, right? If you're with Tammy, Zooming live or live streaming, she probably just got up or just did yoga. Well, that's kind of interesting and sort of ties into where my head is at. My head is swimming with all of these ideas that might be kind of just taking life right now, taking breath, really being born. Because there are so many things I've been working on. And do you know, like fake it till you make it, right? So I literally feel like that's been my whole entire life because that's one of my issues, sort of feeling like I might be a fraud. So that imposter syndrome combined with shame, those are hugely my driving factors, and I'm just really getting acquainted with it in a new way because it's so ridiculous and insidious. And I love that I'm starting to kind of understand it a bit better. And so please know that I know whatever's going on with me is like, I've got some real specific trauma in my background that forged how I am. However, I know that the themes of humans are so incredibly similar. And so I don't presume you have what I have. And yet I also know uh, similar things impact all of us. It's like, it's simple but not easy. There's just very few records we all play over and over and over again. And I guess my passion really is talking about those records we need to break, the ones that just keep us trapped and keep us like not doing well for ourselves and hurting ourselves, and like, we didn't even buy that record. Like, what? Why am I still playing it? I don't like it. I didn't buy it. I want something different. So, yeah, it's funny. I was thinking of human girl, human woman. Like the way I watch the world and the way I do things is like, testing myself. Like if I was an alien dropped onto the planet and I'm like, am I human woman? Is this what human woman does? It's like so ridiculous, right? Like still to this day, like, is this action I'm doing, this thought I'm having, this embodiment I'm taking, does that equal, you know, American human woman 20th century? So yeah, um, check your reference point, check your perspective, question your thought. I just heard that from Carrie Drinkwine, I'm certain not for the first time. But if we don't question our thoughts, we suffer. So yeah, whatever that thought is that we immediately judge ourselves against, freedom from that thought. So many tangents, but I entitled this Three to Be Free. And I started that for a wellness class I do with some kiddos. You just want fun ways to reference what you're doing so we can be in rhythm and connectedness. So, and there are so many wonderful breathing exercises. But apparently, I've just dialed into three that I like that are really simple and you can access them so easily. So let's just do that together for a moment. So there are these three breaths. And why do I call it Three to Be Free? To have something fun to say to kids. Good morning, sweetie. You can do these breaths with me. Um, and then the freedom part is like whatever was going on before, whatever you're stuck, whatever you need a little difference in your nervous system, you get a release, you get freedom from whatever was just before. So let's take the first breath. You can blink your eyes closed if you want to. You can seal your lips, but we can open mouth exhale. So take a big breath into your chest. Don't underestimate this. Really feel your chest, your lungs, your rib cage expand. When you think you're full, take in a little bit more air. And then exhale, just open sigh, let it out. Breath number 2, take in a big bowl full of jelly breath. Inhale, be big old Santa Claus belly. Like, stop holding tension in the middle. Make your belly, your middle, full and big. And then just open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Now let's do an elevator breath. Inhale as if you were gathering energy, life force, light and healing from the earth, from the environment. Whatever's touching the floor is where your breath is going to start. And inhale up like an elevator going up through your body. This is long and slow and smooth. As you inhale up through your body, take a little diagnostic. You're dislodging stickiness, you're healing, you're bringing in light, healing energy, and sending it out with the inhale beyond your body. And then on your exhale breath, just gradually, slowly let everything out that you don't need. Any stickiness, ickiness, and gunk that you dislodged, just let that all go. This is a great place to start a mindfulness practice, meditation, yoga. If you feel all primed for the pump, turn this off. Go do that. Go be still. Go move. Okay, I'm just going to blink my eyes open and come back and be with you. So that 3 to be free breaths, I'm combining with some thoughts, and maybe you'll be hearing a whole lot more about that. You'll be sick of it. But 3 to be free, I'm going to suggest 3 things for you in your life to do for freedom. All right. And the first is track joy. Just observe and track joy. What makes you happy? When do you lose happy? If you lose happy, try to drop into these 3 breaths. Take a little notepad. Be a detective of your own life. When you experience feelings of joy, make a little note. When you are pulled out of joy, maybe make a little note. And things to notice are what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what the environment is, and what happened just before you had a surge of joy or a pull away from joy. So notice joy. And then these other 2 have a little bit more to do with change, with the concept that maybe we all have something we want to work on. And so these are some simple tools to create change. But I want to say a little bit about that before I drop those on you. And that is that there is a misconception that we make decisions one day and then we have to suddenly embody the thing. And yes, it's awesome if you can visualize and be the thing in your mind. It will absolutely help you manifest and create it. But what is not awesome is when you judge yourself for making a decision and then not immediately being the thing or not immediately being perfect. And so coming back into that joy, any decision for growth you make, how can you embody it with joy? And I talk a lot about nutrition and fitness and wellness and moving your body as an access to joy, because this is our vessel, right? This is how we experience the world. And there's a lot of confusion and negativity and weirdness out there. So I'm not trying to make anybody be anything. And I'm, maybe not even trying to necessarily be anything anymore. But there's a definite alignment with health as an access to joy. And you can access your joy first, or you can access health to access more joy. But they are intertwined, because otherwise why would we like not do whatever the groove is, whatever the usual is? We do it in pursuit of joy. The problem is sometimes it doesn't seem like it's fun, right? So we kind of need to change our minds about that. And that is my number 2 in my 3 to be free. And that's change your mind. And that can mean make a decision. I choose to do something right now. That can be like checking in, dropping in, and changing your mind about what you're experiencing. Here's one example of that. In a wheel pose, a full wheel with my hands over my head, and I push my body up. And I've been doing this probably for decades now, not always often, more often lately. Every single time I put my hands down on the floor and I immediately have a rush of fear, and I think to myself, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to push myself up this time. I wonder if I'll be able to push myself up this time. I wonder if I'll fall and break my neck this time. That rush of fear comes in every single time. And you know what? Only recently did I say to myself, stop thinking that. You literally know, like, you can slow it down. You might start and feel like, not today. That's totally different than like falling and breaking your neck. I know, because I've practiced, because I've done this a million times. I know that I can push myself up and push myself down and go slow or go fast. So why do I let myself experience the fear every single time? So I just need to drop the fear. And that's something, so just question your thoughts. That could be as much as change your mind, question your thoughts. Just, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking it? And can I reframe it? Does it need to be the thing I'm thinking? Because the thing I'm thinking is triggering a whole bunch of hormones in my body that I'm then in, like, either that stress soup or that happiness soup. And I prefer happiness soup. Okay. On that note, the really big thing is that you can just choose right now to be on a path for health. You can just change your mind. You just make that decision. And then the buts or the what ifs come up, and the why I can't, and blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't matter, because all you need to do is choose your joy, make up your mind, and stay on the path. So commitment is my number 3 thing. You just stay on the path without judgment. That's it. If you completely fall down today, who cares? You're still on the path. You just make the choice, choose to be in it with joy, and stay on the path. Make the commitment. So here's the thing. 2 of my emotional experiences, I mentioned that imposter syndrome and shame. Shame is pretty huge with me, and imposter syndrome is pretty huge, right? So how does that manifest? Who am I to be this thing? I can't do this thing. What will people think of me? Oh my gosh, did someone just see me do something badly? Did someone just look at this and think a whole bunch of negative things about me? Is someone going to tell me how wrong I am? Am I going to get a huge giant smackdown? And I write about this in my blog on my website, tammyholton.com. The sky's going to fall and I'm going to die because of shame. I'm going to literally die because of shame. That's how bad and awful it feels. And yes, I still need to break free from that. But guess what? I would be feeling those feelings whether I had made a choice to be on a path for health or not, or a path for any risk I've taken in my life ever. So I choose to take steps that are uncomfortable, the uncomfortable edge, in the name of growth. And yeah, I'm totally gonna feel my imposter syndrome and my shame. And guess what? If I never did anything, I would still, and even more so, I believe, be trapped in my imposter syndrome and my shame. So my thing is, that negative loop you have in your head, you're gonna feel it anyway. So why not say, okay, negative loop, let's do it while I do this over here. And maybe over time I'll change and be able to drop some of the negative loop. But it has nothing to do with being perfect. It has nothing to do with like one day we just have zero struggle. I mean, I haven't met anybody like that yet. So this internal struggle you have, I have it. The person next to you has it. The person you think has it all figured out has it. But the difference is difference. I'm not comparing people. An option is we just choose things that help us grow anyway, because maybe some of the joy from that can crowd out some of the negative. So 3 to be free breaths, 3 actions to be free. Track your joy. Notice when you are pulled out of joy. Make a decision, change your mind. That's number 2. And I mean that like in the micro sense and the macro sense. Moment to moment, change your mind. In a big way, make a big decision and change your mind. It's yours right now. And commitment. I also mean that in a micro and a macro way. I mean that in a way of, I choose myself, I choose a path, I'm on it. When I chose to keep a journal instead of a diary, my relationship with writing changed. A diary seemed like something where if I don't have an entry every day, if I don't do it a certain way, dear diary, blue, 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 I'm not keeping a diary. When it changed to the concept of journal, a friend that I pick up when I want to and write what I want to, but I'm still a journaler, even if I set it down for a while. So commitment, make the choice, you're on the path, and don't like decide because you made a mistake you're not on the path. That's just wasted energy. Now, in another sense, I offer one thing for you. What is one commitment you can make for yourself? What is one commitment through this crazy time, through this holiday season? The best steps for growth are micro habit steps. So you can make a big global decision. There's a million strategies around change. What's a micro choice? Because nothing fosters success like success, and nothing changes your inner story like showing up for yourself. So what's one thing you can do every day? And I mean, if it's kiss your kid goodnight, if it's do a breath in the morning, if it's have a glass of lemon water in the morning. I mean, one thing, especially if you've struggled, I encourage you to take whatever you usually say you're going to do and really get rid of a lot of that and pick one itty bitty action. Because guess what? The worm turns, the sun rises and sets, the moon rises and sets, the planet spins. Time is going to happen anyway. So, without judgment, what's one action you want to start taking so that as that time goes by anyway, when you wake up in the future, a week, 6 weeks, a year, 10 years, what action would you have loved to have incorporated into your life? And when that's like easy breezy and you no longer think about it anymore, then we can talk about another action. Now, on this note and on these threads, 2 things to look for. I'm going to be sharing the Zooms I'm doing this week, taking a break for Thanksgiving week. I'll probably take a break, 1 or 2 week break over Christmas and New Year's as well. However, every other time I've got 3 Zooms a week I offer. Evening discussion, that's tonight. Morning meditation, that's tomorrow. Morning yoga, that's Thursday. I'm going to need you to like register with me, and I will send you the Zoom links. I will always invite you to pay what you can, but I would love to start to have some payment for that. And I even invite donations for everything that I do. I'm absolutely trying to make a living in wellness. And so I would love for people to start throwing me some cash. So I will probably never turn anybody away. And I'm going to start to send out the Zoom links just one at a time, because I'm realizing that's just probably better than me throwing them up and out there. Because if you come to me for meditation, discussion, yoga, I want to make sure I'm protecting your space a little bit. So we'll just clean that up and start. I can send you the links. The other thing is, I have an amazing holiday talk to send you. I didn't do it. My mentors did it. And I have mentors in like every field. I'm one of my lies is I don't have support. I have so much support. So I have so many awesome mentors. In particular, this like house of regenerative detox specialists, they are blowing my mind right now. And it's like, this has all been right here available to me. And it's like, I've had my blinders on. Like, I'm too busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I can't read another thing. I can't tune into another thing. They are out there just pouring all of this helpful information out to us. So they've got this really beautiful holiday health talk. I can send you the replay. It is amazing. If you are a human person who is like, unless you're like trying literally not to be healthy, there's a super accessible tip in there for you. I guarantee it. And there's also some discussion about this joy and judgment stuff that I was just chatting about. So I would love to send that to you. Just reach out if you would like that link. And yeah, I'll probably be here tomorrow. Who knows? Who can say? But I'll definitely send you those Zoom links. There's that holiday health talk. So just reach out. You can comment here. You can find me on Messenger, Instagram, personal email, my website, tammyholton.com. Several ways to access. Okay, I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll be talking soon. Take care. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Josh. Love you guys. Mwah. Josh, what is it? Fist bump with the thumb? Good morning. Okay, see you guys later.